Yes, sir, it's recording.
Right, now it is recording. Okay, thank you.
We can see your screen, sir.
Right, okay. Then, okay, first let me explain what is the structure of paper. I think you know this already. Anyhow, let me explain. You have 15 minutes. If you have participated for my BMA session, I have explained 3 and 15. 3 hours and 15. You use how many times you are allocating for reading and how many times you are allocating for writing. That is totally up to you. Anyhow, I will explain the structure of decide how much of time you are allocating for that, reading and writing. Now, in A, you have 25 marks. In section A, you have 25 marks, right? This is also OTQ, right? There are few 10 MCQs, multiple choice questions, right? Another 5 for these 10 questions, you are getting 20 marks, 2 marks allocated for each. And for the last one, right? For the next 5 questions, 1 mark allocated for each, 5 marks for all 5 questions. That is to mark true and false, right? State, there are another questions, 2 to 6, 10 marks for each. Then 25, 10 into 5 is 50 plus 25 is 75 for section A and section B, right? Section C, this is a case study. You have to learn how to read a case study. I have explained to, right? And you have 25 marks for this section. Section C, really, this is covering the entire syllabus, right? Okay. In MCQs, actually, for basic IT information technology concepts, there is coming few questions, right? This type of question, right, is given some parts here given A, B, C, D like that, and asking which one is the correct. Regarding specific concept, here is asking of about what is the correct element of an information system, right? Like that. Most probably you have to select 1 out of 4. Here also same type of question, right? What is the correct one? From information, expect some papers, some questions, right? Now I'm going to the writing questions. Just think the question number 2, right? Asking state 4 characteristics of quality information and the type of information that is related to information system, right? And another question, this is actually question 2021, January. This is July 2021. It's also same. There, it is characteristics of information systems. Here it is asking 3 differences between the. This is asking interchange, right? We'll take another paper. This is 21 January. We'll go for 21 July. information technology and information systems, right? That is with a private thing, right? See this even previous exam too, due to COVID-19 pandemic, most of the schools and higher education institutes, right? Then another 22 January. See, he's asking about data and information. Draw diagram to illustrate information system, right? Most probably the second question is related to information systems. And this type of thing you have to expect now. The total 10 marks, one. See, you have to give 2 examples per each. And according to firm established recently, planning to select an application software for based on their requirement as stated below. Identify suitable software for each of the above requirement which currently available in the market. That's just practical question. Right. Then definitely you have to answer what is information, what is data, right? The difference between these two characteristics of good information, right? Everything. Right. Then if you are going through few papers actually, right? At least if you are going through 2-3 papers, then you are confident for that, the examination, right? Case study is very important. You have to read these case studies, all case studies. You have some around 5-6 case studies, right? Lanka Fertilizer is the company established recently, is planning to produce and sell organic fertilizers. Then you have to understand the case study, and then based on the case. Here in these questions, there's a small description that is not actually case study, something else, but that is not totally depend on this. You are nothing to quote something from the description, but in 7, definitely you have to quote some from that. State possible IT strategies that company can adapt to paperless order processing system. That read this entire thing, then according to this case, you have to these questions. Few questions out of the case, but more included to the case study. Right. Then one paper, one question paper, and we'll try to get a certain level of revision. Right. I'm going to everything by referring the right. Okay. Then we'll go with this question. January 2022 paper explain required theoretical things based on these questions, right? Okay. Then on the RTQ sections, select the most correct answer for the question 1 to 110. Write the number of selected answer in your answer booklet with the number assigned to the question, right? Then you have to write the number there, right? Okay, first question. Question number 1. Give me 1 second. Right, from 11 to 110. Select the correct statement with reference to data, right? Correct statement related with data. It says select the correct statement reference data. Data is derived from information. Now we'll see data process in circle, the system, input, process, and information. Right. What is input? Data. Data is the raw fact gathered, right? Data and process and information. Input and output. Input is data, output is information, right? Then we can say information is the result of data processing. Data to be processed to obtain information. That means information depend on data. Output is depend on input, right? Then the process part, in process part, we can process same set of data in different ways, and we can generate different types of data. Right. Data is derived from information. That is wrong. Data designed to serve the purpose of any specific need, but data is not processed actually. Data just gathered, right? Just gathered from a specific source, that's it, but that is not prepared for a specific purpose. Information is prepared for a specific purpose. Data refers to raw, unrefined facts and figures. Data is result of process information, right? Now, third answer is the correct one. Refers to raw, unrefined facts and Google Sheets. Google Sheet is alternative for Excel, no? Right? Microsoft Excel that is coming Google Business, Google Apps, right? That is alternative for Microsoft or Office 365. Consider the following statement on Google Sheets. It is used to work on spreadsheets. Yes, Google Sheet is an application used to work on a spreadsheet. And it is normally used with an internet connection. Yes. That with internet connection. Without internet connection, we can't access Google Apps. You know what is Google Apps? Let me show. Right. Right. I'll go to the Google. Right here, once you press dots, then you can certain applications here. See, Google Chat. These are Google's, right? Google Docs, that is alternative to Microsoft Word. Google Sheets, alternative Excel. Google Slides, that is alternative to PowerPoint. Right? There are applications here. See, right? Google Chrome to that is alternative to Internet Explorer. Right? It can use even without paying for using services. It can be used even without paying for using services. Yes, we are not paying, no? And it was developed by Microsoft Corporation. Microsoft is developing R365, Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, the Google Sheet, right? Then correct answers are A, B, and C. Ashan. Asham, can you mute your microphone? Right. Consider the following tech available for right. Following technologies available for student to purchase connection. Right, internet connection. What are the options available for connection? A, optic fiber, asymmetric digital subscriber line. Asymmetric digital subscriber line means that is ADSL. Asymmetric digital subscriber line, ADSL. That is one home broadband solution. Integrated services digital network, that is ISDN. Right? A, B, and C. These are correct. But D is 5G, right? 5G is not a network. Still, we are using this fiber optic, asymmetric digital subscriber, integrated services digital network we are using, but 5G is not a option available. The term that can be used to describe the collection such as mobile banking, mobile ticketing, and mobile shopping. Then this is related with mobile, right? Then that is m-commerce really. Mobile commerce, right? Is the website, right? If the entire the transaction take place in a website, secure website, that is e-commerce. If the transaction take place in a mobile app, that is m-commerce. Now, all these are based on mobile applications, right? Mobile banking, mobile shopping, right? Then the correct answer is what? Which one of the following is not example for infographics? Infographics. Infographics mean the method of presenting information. We are using tables, we are using flow diagrams, histograms, we are using some bar charts, pie charts, maps, everything. Here the smart house is infographics. This is a method of, this is a new technological trend, right, in industry 4. Then which is not mean, this is not. This is also infographic. The following diagram illustrates the chart. Use data visualization method. Data visualization method. What is it? This is known as radar chart. Right? This is not a line chart. Bubble chart is that shows different size of bubbles, right? Line chart is like this. This is radar chart. Diagram shows some small boxes, different size boxes, right? This is radar chart. Which one of the following cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is cryptocurrency. Crypto money. Blockchain is another technology in fintech. Fintech, crowdfunding, all these are fintech. Blockchain is shared ledger, right? Now, transaction of Bitcoin, that was also record in this shared ledger, since there is no central authority to monitor this currency, this money, cryptocurrency, right? Then blockchain is used to record these transactions. Which one of the following is not step in direction to improving online security? Which one of the following not step in the direction of improving online security or cyber security, right? What is not included? Move away from using unsupported software. Yes, we can do that on cyber security, right? If unsupported software, we can stop using. As an example, if you are using still Windows 7, that is risky. No patches released from Microsoft, then there's a higher security risk. Then we are not supposed to use this. Run an up-to-date antivirus program, and yes, that is definitely we have to do. And use a strong password. Strong password mean people can't guess what is the password. If you are using your pet name, right, your relative's name, or your birth year, those are not a strong password, then you can use strong password, including numbers, symbols, right? Characters, uppercase, lowercase, everything. Obtain an insurance policy for lost data. There is no company to provide insurance for lost data, right? How can we assure? How can we assess the damage? In today's context, the power consumption of computing devices is major concern for organizations. Which one of the following is strategy aimed to reducing this issue when it comes to servers, right? Power consumption is very considerable thing, right? Then save power, electrical power. Data encryption is not related with that, right? Data encryption mean conversion of data into forms, right? When it is transferring over electronic media, right? That is not method for power saving. Virtualization technology is one. Virtualization mean we can use one physical computer server and we can set up some virtual servers on this. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any number of servers we can set up. We can run multiple servers under the cost of one single physical server. Virtualization, right? All those are not related with electrical power consumption. To reduce power consumption, that is not. Following is not example for online payment platform. All our payment platform, this is operating system. Amazon Pay, Pay here, PayPal, right? All these are right? These are now PayPal. We can collect money. We can spend money. PayPal. We can collect money in PayPal, right? That is we known as cash. Pay here also cash wallet, right? This is also a cash wallet. We can collect money, and Linux is just operating system. We can't we can't use that for payment platform. This is not a payment cash wallet. Amazon Pay also cash wallet. Now, previously we had only PayPal, but we have now Pay here, Payer, Amazon Pay. There are many cash wallets now, right? Except Linux, all other payment platforms. State whether each of the following statement from 111 to 115 true or false. Right? False. E-commerce allows consumers to electronically exchange goods and services with no barriers of time or distance. In electronic commerce, that means it is used in electronic media, internet and that platforms, right? You can goods and services over the internet. There is no time barrier. Anytime, right? Now, in electronic commerce context, we said that 24/7. 24/7 mean 25 hours in the 24 hours in the day and 7 days in the week. That means every day, every time, there is no unavailability of these services. Distance means then if you want to buy something from Amazon, even now you can buy. But there is no time barriers as well as there is no distance barriers. Sometimes you are buying from overseas overseas sellers, right? Then this is true. Amazon S3 service is an simple storage. Yes, Amazon is providing different services that in AWS. AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. And Amazon is providing S3 bucket. We are saying that is bucket, right? You can select what is the storage you want. That is 1 TB, 2 TB, 3 TB, right? You can pay monthly payment, then you can get the required storage. Now, is storage service, right? Electronic Transaction Act, Amended Act of 2017 is a legal act which related to information technology and information. Now, this is actually Information Transaction Act that was amended in 2020. But this is related to facilitate electronic commerce and online transactions, right? Information technology and security, there are different acts for that, right? Information security, as an example, we can say payment device fraud, right? And separate device for payment device, separate act for payment device frauds, right? And copyright law. If someone is using someone else's software illegally, then we can go for that provided by Copyright Law Act, right? In Property Act. And in addition to that, Cybercrime Act. Those are for criminal activities over the internet, or right? This actually Electronic Transaction Act that facilitate to that facilitate on electronic transaction and electronic commerce, right? Then this is false. This is false state. MOOCs is an example for crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is collecting money from audience. That is crowdfunding. As an example just given, that is example of crowdfunding. MOOCs is massive online open courses, right? The best example for MOOCs is udemy.com, right? There are many courses you to follow. And information system auditing can help enterprise to ensure effective operations and confirm for administration regulations. IT audit, yes, that happens. Right? This is true. Right? Information system auditing. In information system auditing, we are checking whether these systems are comply with certain regulations, right? If this comply with some regulations, right? Then data, everything, right? And potential threats we can identify from IS auditing, right? Then this statement is true, right? That to ensure effective operations and to confirm administration and legal regulations. That is true. Right, that is section A. Section B, it says draw. Now, actually, study action verb is given in the last page. Draw, produce a picture or diagram, right? Then that is expecting a diagram. Draw mean we have to draw the diagram. Which diagram? It says draw a diagram to illustrate elements of an information system. If you can remember in your study text, I have provided this diagram, page number 2, right? In your study pack, page number 2, I've given this diagram, right? Not page number 2. I will give you the exact page number, but find it, right? Block diagram of information system. It has input and it has output. This is output. This is input, right? In between this, let me draw a bit large. I'll draw it here. Input, process and output. Input, process, output, right? When the feedback is required, feedback, right? Or the process need a right control, and in addition to that, there are interfaces. You have to write the draw the system bound with the system limit, and this is system environment. Environment. So all are included in the environment. input to process, process to output, then the feedback, control. Then if you have marked some interfaces, that is, right? This is the block diagram of information system. This is in study pack. Also, if you are in vLearning, I have uploaded this in my tutorial too. I have provided some tutorials there. I have explained. Explain two activities of information system. First, try to, now for this drawing, you are getting 5 marks. Right. Two activities of information systems. Information system. Information system is a system, right? Physical or tangible and intangible components gathered for what? Collection of data, dissemination, processing data, storing data, dissemination data. Out of these, you can write anything. Collection of data, processing data, storing data, dissemination of data. Right? Out of these, you can write any two activities. Explain. Explain means explanation. You need explanation. If you are writing that, you are not getting all 3 marks. Right? Explain means you have to explain each. Right? Data gathering. Collection of data. Collection of data means then information systems are collecting data from internal and external sources. Right? These collected data, we can say those are some quantitative, some are qualitative. Right? Then conversion of information into data into information, processing data. Under that, you can write data processed into information, right? Same set of data, we can convert into different types of information by changing the process, right? We can process same data, we can ways, and we can produce different information, right? Then you have to explain that. Then storing data, right? Then information systems is storing data, right? This information to retrieve for future usages. Like that, you have to give small description, not big description. Don't try to write pages, just 3 lines description is enough. Business process is an activity or collection of activities which has an effort on the consumers directly or indirectly. Explain what is meant by business process reengineering. Right? Now, the reengineering diagram, if you want produce that BPR diagram also, you can produce. Business process reengineering. What is business process reengineering? Business process reengineering is considering about the current business process, right? Under BPR, we can consider the current business process. Are we doing the business in correct way? Are we doing the business in correct way? That is the way we are doing this, right? When we are introducing, implementing information systems like ERP, then we are definitely thinking about BPR. Simply, BPR is rethinking about the current business process and making positive changes. Rethinking about current business process and making positive changes are business process re-engineering. Then you can draw your diagram. How is it? Initiation of change, process diagnosis, check the page number 11 in your study pack, process diagnosis, then process redesign, reconstruction, process monitoring, envision new process. 6 steps in BPR, business process reengineering. Right? You just say what is business process reengineering and produce this diagram, then you will get full marks. Right? If you want right? Business process reengineering is the process of recreating core business process activities with the goal of improving product output or reduce the cost. That's why I said making positive changes. Section number 3. An accounting firm established recently planning to selecting some application software. Right. If you 2 minutes, can you write at least one for this software? And we will share answers. Right. Alternative cloud-based SaaS. What is SaaS? Software as a service for Microsoft Excel. Software as a service for Microsoft Excel. What is it? In Google Apps, it shows that's supposed to be cloud-based. If you are going to write any software that is not running in the cloud, that is wrong. Right? You can't say Open Office Calc based, that is on premise. right? Then this is Google Sheets. Google Sheets. An alternative cloud-based SaaS for Microsoft PowerPoint. Then Google Slides. An alternative cloud-based SaaS for Microsoft Word. What is it? Google Doc. Database management software. You can say MS SQL, MySQL, MS Access, desktop publishing software. DTP software. Wait, B is alternative. Sir, is Canva acceptable for B? B is asking Microsoft PowerPoint. Canva is alternative for Photoshop, right? Canva as the answer for that. Desktop publishing software, right? DTP. You can say Quark Express, Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, right? Adobe InDesign, all those. A web browser except Microsoft or Google, then you can't say Google Chrome. It is asking except for Microsoft or Google, right? You can't say Google Chrome, you can't say Edge, you can't say Internet Explorer. Then Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, Safari. Yes, Safari. These are non platforms. Any web browser, what is not product of Microsoft or Google, then you will get marks. A photo editing software for editing Facebook posted photos. Then you can say, it is not saying, yeah, Canva. you have a Canva mania, no? On someone else, right? Canva, say Canva, GIMP, a software to set up video conference for more than 99 users. Zoom, WebEx, Team, and accounting software. QuickBooks, Peachtree, SageLine, ACPAC, any. You are getting 10 marks. SAP, don't indicate SAP in software, right? Marika, there is SAP is ERP. If you ask examples for ERP, but there's one, then for ERP systems, yeah, I will write it. Examples for ERP, for such questions you can answer. Oracle e-business suite, write the full name. In database also we are writing Oracle e-business suite. Write it if don't know. Oracle e-business suite. SAP. Microsoft Dynamics. These are ERP systems, right? The characteristics of information provided by various information systems may vary at different levels of management. Based on the management level, we expected operational, tactical information, and strategic information. Is related with the lesson 1 and 2, right? Management from of management under following information characteristic. Differentiate strategic level information from operational level. That means the strategic level, this is operational level. The time period. For the operational level, information, we need some historical information, right? If we consider the time period, we need some historical information, and that analysis is historical and forecasted, right? But that is for strategic level. For operational level, they are making quick decisions. Then they need actual based and historical information, right? But strategic level, historical and forecasted data. But the forecasted data is not required by the operational level. Historical data required. Timeliness, operational level, immediately. Right? Operational level, immediately. Information, the timeliness of information in strategic levels, that is not necessary, that is not crucial, right? Accuracy, for operational level, that's to be high accurate, but strategic level, that is no need high accurate, but that's not to be accurate completely, right? Certainty, for operational level, that is very little certainty, right? That is precise, or that is little uncertainty, right? But the strategic level, that is future information, then since there may be uncertainty in forecasted information. Now, for operational completeness, that is definitely required. The type of decisions to make at this level is highly predictable. Information, complete information is required. Normally, strategic level information is required, right? No need complete information. As an example, I will explain again about the accuracy. Partial information means this particular level, strategic level, they need some summarized information. Then that is it, summarized information. When it goes to the top level, information is high. That means complete information are not going there. As an example, last 3 months sales has dropped. That is the information they have, right? Then detailed information goes to the operational level. How much of this particular good A, good B, good C, like that, those information, detailed information required by operation. Completeness also same. Then accuracy, accurate information required for the operational level. But in strategic level, information should accurate. The 100% accuracy is not expected, right? Normally, they are considerable summaries, right? Then highly accuracy that is never expected in top level strategy. That is the comparison of this level information and strategic level information based on these criteria. Into 5 criteria we have discussed: time period, timeliness, accuracy, certainty, complete. Section business intelligence and business analytics are considered as fastest growing markets in the enterprise software landscape. The term business analytics and business intelligence are often used interchangeably, yet there are key differences. Even though at a glance, if you are saying BI and BA same, but there are different right? Then what is it? Explain the difference between business analytics and business intelligence. Now, BI, business intelligence, is of methodologies and tools, technology, right? Using to collect and process information, data, right? That means raw data, analyzing, processing, right? And creating information. This is important for the entire organization, right? But the business analytics is methodical exploration of organization's data, right? Methodical exploration. Systematically, we are exploring and through the business analytics actually. Now, business intelligence, what we are doing is we are using some tools, BI tools like dashboard and all, right? But in the business analytics, what we are doing is, what are the information we uncover, we found in business intelligence, right? We are using those information is in practical practice. That is business analytics. Of IT-enabled systems in organizations, business process outsourcing, that means BPO, activities have during the recent past. There are specific organizations established solely for the purpose of provisioning BPO services. This we have discussed. What is BPO? Business process outsource mean we are hiring outside company, outside organization to carry out the business process of another company. As an example, the HR, the salary preparation, we can hire another company to prepare our salaries. Then we are not going to prepare our salaries, another BPO company preparing salaries on behalf of us. Then there are many services we can outsource, right? Mainly IT related services we are outsourcing. Legal process we are outsourcing, right? Research process we are outsourcing. Knowledge process we are outsourcing, right? Travel and logistics services outsourcing. then you can list down three. You are not supposed to explain. Just writing those, that is enough. Per each service, you are getting 3 marks. Step 3, disadvantages of BPO. Now, for the BPO, business process outsource organization, then definitely we have to provide our information. Then internal information will be leaked to other parties to the BPO company, right? That is one disadvantage, right? Internal information can leak to other parties. That is a security breach, right? And there may be some communication issues. That means we have to communicate with third party who don't have real interest to carry out the work. Then some communication barriers, communication. And loss of control means that we don't have a control about this process. The company is carrying out that, right? Sometimes the cost will be higher, right? Then you have to state 3 of these statements you have to write, right? Okay. Right, read the small case. Right, explain what is mean by green computing. Green computing. Green computing means eco-friendly computer practice. Eco-friendly, environmental friendly computing practices. That is the green computing, right? Then we are expecting minimum harmfulness to the environment due to this through the computing practice. As an example, we are dumping used computers and equipment to the environment. Then there are hazardous and toxic materials. Those are affect to the environment, affect to the soil, affect to the air, the subject to air pollution, and there are many. Then to this, we have some other methods. As an example, I have explained one called virtualization, right? Then there is also practice, right? To save power as well as to save, to minimize the carbon emission, right? There's a higher carbon, especially in server context, right? Then green computing is the practice of eco-friendly and environmental friendly computing practice, and this is we can apply for manufacturing, designing, manufacturing, engineering, and everything in every business activity we can, which we are using, we can apply green computing, that environmental friendly, eco-friendly computing practice, right? State 2 factors for adoption of green computing by organization. Why? It's asking reasons. We have given different reasons in chapter 2. Yes, one student some answers. Shenaz. Increase in cooling requirement, emerging costs. Yes. And the equipment power density. Right. Server utilization ratios. You can write those. B. The advent of cloud computing has negative impact on the environment. Advent of the cloud computing has negative impact on the environment. Yet whether you can agree with this statement, with justify your answer, right? You just tell me, send me who agree with this statement. If you agree, type agree. If not agree, type not agree. I have received only one chat still. There are people meeting. Yes, Marika disagreed. Huawei Wi-Fi Prime 2018 is not agreed. Acer agreed. Shenas agreed. Azra Zaru disagree. Right. They agree or disagree, but you have to prove. Right. We have both pros and cons in cloud computing. Right. In one hand, people who says this agree. Right. Cloud computing has negative on environment. Then you can say the and everything you can say, but answer, I also disagree with this, right? But why we are in cloud computing? In cloud computing, we are trying to minimize these effects, right? Minimize environmental effects, right? Instead of running data centers in different locations. For example, think 10 people running 10 businesses. If they are going to set up their own data centers, then they have to spend more money in environmentally 10 places that carbon emission take. In 10 places, there are electronic wastage. In 10 places, right, there are some negative environmental effects. But in cloud computing, what is happening? Not only 10, hundreds and thousands data centers are not running in different places, right? Then this is environmentally, we can say there is no effect. You have to prove your answer. State 3 tasks that can be performed in IT-enabled office environment to ensure that each makes minimum impact on environment. These are asking electronic waste. That you have to just state. Use energy efficient and long lasting hardware. Durable hardware we can use. Right? And dispose batteries and some electronic devices with due care. And use in refurbished hardwares and recycling, can adapt for recycling and reuse. Yes, recycle, reuse, repair, all these are concepts we can use. Power management. Yes, and virtualization we can use data centers and all, right? These are, it is very easy to answer, right? Main thing is you have to prepare, right? Out of the study text, no corrections. Right. Now, students, it's very important. Section number 7. I have to allocate more time for this. Right. You have to read it. Now, you can read this. I will also read this once you finish it. Right. Carefully, you have to understand. I'm going to read another case study in another paper too. Right. First, carefully read this. Then I will teach you how to read this. What to highlight. Right, then I will read. Lanka is a company established recently. It plans to produce an organic fertilizer by targeting a wide spectrum of consumers from larger growers such as plantations companies up to home growers. I have to highlight here. Company established recently, that is not a matured company, right? It plans to produce and sell organic fertilizer by targeting wide spectrum of consumers from large growers such as plantation companies up to home growers. Home growers and plantations, that mean they are in that range, right? the company plans to set up 2 organic fertilizer manufacturing plants in and Puttala. That means 2 different districts, right? Hambantota and Puttalam, they are going to start 2 plants, manufacturing plants. It also planned to locate distribution centers in each Sri Lanka. That means another 20 to 25 distribution centers to be started in their plan is 1 distribution center for each district. With the assistance of a delivery partner, that means they are taking service from BPO to delivery partner, the company has to provide island-wide delivery of organic fertilizer. That means they are not going to do that, they are going to hire that, right? Transport, the logistic process outsource. Can you remember the travel and logistic process? Right? The management is also keen on expanding their product portfolio, not only for consumption related to vegetables and fruits, but for commercial crops and reforestation solutions. And some commercial crops, they are going to expand their fertilizers, not for home users, only for vegetable and fruit, some other. Right. This is right. State possible IT strategy that company can adapt to paperless processing system. Paperless processing system means they are not going to use papers, right? Right. Then they can use QR codes, RFID codes, right? And they can office automation systems, yes, online payment, accepting payments online. And they can use EDI, electronic data exchange systems, right? What are those? One is online payments. Another is EDI, electronic data inter-exchange, is known as EDI, right? EDI, electronic data inter-exchange, online, and they can write some barcodes, RFID, right? Those strategies they can use. Explain 2 reasons to implement website for the company to aid IT strategy. Explanation is what they can expect. Right? One is they can provide 24/7 support for their customers. 24/7 support. They can give over the website. Right? And next is provide product information quickly and efficiently. Provide product information quickly and efficiently. Right? And ensure brand visibility. Ensure the brand visibility. Explain 4 components of IT infra company might have invest achieving strategies mentioned in A and B. Given some examples. What are the infrastructures? In your study text, we have given hardware platform, all physical, tangible things, right? Software platforms, including operation systems and application software, right? Networking system, network systems, database systems, electronic websites, right? These are platforms they can use, right? Explain 2 reasons to implement a mobile app for the company to aid their IT strategy. How they can use this, right? They can use mobile applications, right? Their customers to order right? Customer to get orders from customers, they can introduce mobile application to customers and get pricing, right? Sales tracking. Then mobile application they can use to track stock levels in different warehouses, right? Tracking inventory levels, tracking vehicle information, where these vehicles are going, transport information, and communicate with customers. Explain 3 ways that company can make use powerful social media for their benefits. Explain 3 ways. One is they can explain 3 ways that company can make use the power of social media for their benefits. If we are going to write separate YouTube channel, separate Facebook page, those are wrong, right? Explain 3 ways that company can benefit, right? That means they can use reach to wider audience through the social media, right? Reach to wider audience. That means social media are very popular, and they can use some viral contents to reach many people worldwide, right? And reach to wider audience. And customer engagement. Then right, customer engagement. Then they can promote some, what you mean, promotions, right? Provide some discount codes, and that means they can engage the customer, right? Audience engagement. And they can use this for better customer support. They can get some problems from over the social media, right? And they can do some analytics, right? They can do some analytics, right? Like that, you have to explain 3 analytics some analytical tools like Google Analytics, right? Google Analytics, Facebook reach, right? Then they can get idea about how many people reach to the organization, how many people get to know, how many people engage with our statements. Those are very to be on social media, right? But this section you have to read clearly read and clearly answer. You have to understand very well, right? If not so, if you didn't understand the case study properly, yeah, some problems. This question from, I'm going to read the case study of this, 2021 July. This is a bit lengthy. Right, read it. I want you to read it alone, and I will read it again. Right, I will read this. Lanka Health is a group of hospitals that has excellent history of 20 years in healthcare industry in Sri Lanka. It maintains 5 hospitals in Colombo, Kandy, Kurunegala, Galle, and Anura, respectively. Lanka Health Labs, which is Lanka Health Group, conducts testing at 10 locations around the country. Their network of 70 collection centers enables companies to be collected efficiently, and the triple the number of tests that are conducted per day, approximately 15,000 tests per day. The aim of Lanka Health is to be the leading healthcare provider in South Asia, and they are planning to further expand their service to promote Sri Lanka as healthy tourism destination. Leading health acceleration such as ISD 1189 and 2000. The global certifications specific medical laboratories, ISO 9001 2008. Quality management systems, certified ISO 14001 2004. Environmental management systems certification have been already awarded for the excellent service provided by Lanka Health. Recently, they have been accredited by JCI, Joint Commission International, with the gold seal of approval for the quality and patient safety. Sri Lanka's Lanka Health's medium-term goals are ensure that their customers are able to have an efficient service related to diagnostic reports and their medical consultants with real-time records of patients. Further, health is also aspiring to be green hospital with zero paper usage. The writing, right? Previously also that asked, what are IT strategies of this particular company, right? So they are going zero paper. I mean zero, if it is zero paper, we can't say that is zero paper, right? But we can minimize usage of papers. Right. You have to first clearly read and understand what is it, right? What are IT strategies they can implement? What are the IT strategies? They can implement ERP systems, right? Enterprise resource planning systems. By implementing enterprise resource planning systems, this company can connect all departments over a single database and streamline the process, right? And they can accept payments online. They can implement appointment booking system, right? Online, I think they can introduce a mobile app for appointment booking, right? Then such strategy you can explain. 3 marks mean you have to explain 3. Real-time patient records will enable medical consultants to make decision making. Explain the possible IT strategy that company can adapt to reach this task. Right, reach this task. Then they can introduce electronic system to retrieve their medical records. Right, medical records. Explain 4 components IT infrastructure that company, that is C. Explain possible IT strategy that company with this 3 marks. Then they can implement that. Then they can introduce electronic data transferring systems to submit their medical reports on time. Right. Also, they can provide some support portals over the website to retrieve their medical reports. They can provide certain, as an example, mobile number, OTP. Finally, they are getting their medical report. Right? That type of system they can implement. Explain 4 components of IT infrastructure that I explained in previous one too. Then you have to explain hardware platforms, application software platform, right? Networks, systems. I explained one too. Explain 4 possible applications which need to be considered when developing a mobile app. Right? Explain 4 possible applications which needs to be considered when developing a mobile app. Right? What we can consider? We can add appointment booking. Right? Appointment booking systems. We can integrate payment integration. We can integrate with the payment. Right? And alert system. Right? Alert or email alerts. Right? And the privacy, we have to consider about privacy. And sometimes in advanced feature, right? We can connect with the doctor and we can get some advices, right? Those are. List 3 has to be considered when selecting a database to Lanka. Privacy, that means security, right? Data structures, cost, right? Disaster recovery facilities provided. Disaster recovery facilities provided by the database, right? And multiple access, that means concurrent access, scope of multiple access. Right? These are facts to be considered when selecting database system. Just try to read all these case studies, right? Ready for this case study, that is 25 marks, right? Ready for this, and you can obtain some information. I have discussed some papers in I will share it. I put that to the chat. Wait, I'll share a link. Right. You can refer this. I'm trying to send it. Right, I'll send it to the WhatsApp group. Then you can check and you can find more past paper discussions and more MCQ discussions. There are some MCQ discussions, right? Then I think you can. If you have any problem, you can ask me now. Unmute your microphone and you can ask. Okay, then we will stop for today. If you have any problem, then don't forget to contact me over that WhatsApp group, or you can directly reach me to my WhatsApp number. I will share with. I can't send messages. I don't know why. Okay. Anyway, you can communicate with me or the WhatsApp from your group, and you can share it if you have any problem. Right. Today, and we'll stop for today. And if you have any query, then you can ask me later. Thank you very much. Good night. All the best for your examination.
You're welcome, sir. Good night.
Good night.